from Movie, just moving that shuttle around just a little bit to save it. And we got a ton of Scourge out in the air trying to stop this. I hope he's got some Hydros coming out as well soon to try and deal with this. Those Scourge are going to try and take away the retreat path, going to force this shuttle and Corsair really to go on the offensive here. And we got a couple creep colonies coming up to try and defend. We got some Hydros already out. But that Reaver can do a lot of damage to Hydros if it's dropped correctly. We got that speed shuttle, and those, yeah, here he comes. Here comes a little bit of a fight. The Hydros are in position, and the Scourge actually, the Scourge had a chance there to take out that shuttle, just barely missed it. And a couple Corsairs did take some hits, so there's a couple badly damaged Corsairs. There were some weak Corsairs. We've got a lot of Hydros around, and those Corsairs are going to get another Overlord kill, but they're probably going to lose at least one of their own. No, actually not losing any of their number. Zero not able to micro and pick off the correct Corsair, but there he is able to pick off one Corsair as they continue to try and pick off as many Overlords as they can. Not going to have too much more luck here, I don't think. Another Corsair does go down, only a couple Corsairs left, and being chased off by Scourge. So that Shuttle Reaver is going to be very difficult for him right now, just because of the number of Corsairs, the lack of Corsairs he has in the air, and I wonder if he's even producing anymore. Not producing anymore. It looks like he's given up on this. Already transitioned right out of it, throwing down tons of gateways. So he's going to transition right into probably some Templar attack. Going to get a lot of Zealots out and some Dragoons. I'm sure it's going to be the strategy right now. All of his Corsairs are dead, but he's definitely behind right now. Zero's just going to have a huge Hydra Force. Hasn't really taken any hits. Lost maybe a couple drones. Hasn't really lost much of anything. Hasn't really wasted too many units. Lost some Scourge here and there, but picked off a ton of Corsairs with them. And nice advantage for him. He's only lost a couple of Overlords as well. So Zero is defending beautifully, still producing Scourge, even though he doesn't particularly need to. Maybe just hoping to pick off that shuttle whenever it shows up. Got a little push out here from Movie, but there's going to be nothing doing against this massive number of Hydros, and they just get absolutely pushed back. And Movie is definitely going to have to be on the defensive here. It's going to be tough for him to get a third base. There's a ton of Hydros out in the air, and there's some nice little High Templars mixed in with those Reavers. We're going to see a nice little hybrid force from Movie, and he might actually push out with the shuttle, hope to go for somewhat of a storm drop. And Zero might not actually see this coming, which would be really bad for him if he doesn't see this coming. And he's got some Overlords around, so he should have some potential to do this. He's got some Scourge hanging around. I wish those were on patrol, those Scourge, rather than just sitting there. And now Zero should see this shuttle and should move those Scourge. Go, Scourge, go, go, go. Should be able to pick this shuttle off. They are going to pick that shuttle off, or at least be there to stop this. It's going to be a DT already dropped, and probably some High Templars going to be dropped as well. See if it can get some epic storms up. There's the Stormer being dropped off, and Storm goes off, and it doesn't pick up anything. Wow, it doesn't pick up anything, but another Storm goes off and picks up tons of drones. Oh man, the second Stormer did pick off a ton of drones, and that is painful. Here comes a Mutalisk tech switch. Gonna try and pick off as many High Templars as it can. That shuttle does not have much chance at life here, as Scourge are chasing it and Mutalisks are chasing it. And that thing actually, wow, it looks like it might actually get away. No, it doesn't. Some more Scourge coming in. So now we got the Mutalisk tech switch. We've got a bunch of drones dead for Zero. Not as many as it could have been, though. So, not too awful for him. Could have been much worse. And we got a huge Mutalisk Hydralisk force out in force. And what is Movie going to be able to do? Zero's just going to be able to throw up a very, very beautiful contain. He doesn't even need to push in right now. And Overlord's moving around with his Hydros, clearing away the rest of the DTs. Yeah, Zero really doesn't have to push in. Just sit here, take your 4th base, take your 5th base if you want. Just contain, contain, contain is the name of the game. Do not allow Movie to expand at all. Don't give him that 3rd base. Make Movie make an all-out push at some point. And a couple of Hydros going down to Reaver Scarabs. But he doesn't need to really push in here. But he's doing a nice job with his mules, picking off one of the High Templars. Should probably try and pick off the other one. Doesn't need to be picking off Dragoons. I don't know why he's really trying to focus down Dragoons. Should really be trying to focus down High Templar and maybe the Reavers. Other than that, no other really targets for those Mutalisks. Should really just be sitting back, macro up, build a huge, huge force, and just try and throw in the contain here. But it looks like he's backed off at least a little bit here. I think he's kind of concerned that there's maybe more shuttle play. So we see Hydros being split up into different areas, not really throwing out much of a contain here. And those Mutalisks actually haven't done as much as they really should have. There's still a Templar left. They really should maybe try and go in there and pick off that shuttle as well. We do have 6th and 7th hatcheries going up there at the 12 o'clock position as he's trying to get another base. And now the Mutalisks are coming here, picking off these High Templars. And some misses by Zero, some miss swoops there, hitting Zealots instead of that High Templar. So some bonus damage occurring on those Mutalisks for Movie, and that's good for him. We've got Lurkers out, and I haven't seen any Observers out for Movie, so this is going to be bad for him. He's going to have a tough time dealing with those Lurkers, especially if he maybe gets them on that left side of ramps. You could get some lurkers down there, put some stop lurkers on there, and force Movie to really push out, and that's what's going on right now. Movie is on the attack right now, and his route home is going to be tough to get to right now. We've got some nice Reavers there in good positions. We've got some lurkers coming in here from his first round, and Zero coming in here with the Hydra, able to pick off that shuttle, but no observers, so these lurkers are just going to deal huge amounts of damage, although it looks like, no, never mind, there is an observer there that I did not see, and unfortunately Zero didn't see it either, and not able to pick it off fast enough. So Zero actually losing that battle big time, charging in there, not able to pick off the Reavers. Those Reavers doing tons of damage, unable to pick up the Observer, so those Lurkers not doing as much damage as they really should have. Nice Storm going off by Movie, picking off, well, not picking off, but doing a lot of damage to a lot of those Hydras, and Zero looks like he's in trouble right now. He's had all those Scourge in the air. I wish he had used these Scourge to really pick off those Observers, and he would have just been a fantastic position, but some misplays by him. And he's paying the price a little bit here, as he is really on the back foot right now, and these Reavers just doing so much damage, and still not using those Scourge to try and take out the Observers, which is really just imperative for him to do so. If you're going to go Lurker Tech as a Zerg player, you really want to pick off those Observers as much as possible. And now Movie going to the 12 o'clock position, going to take down those newly acquired base, also at the top right, doing a little bit of a push there, but not able to really take it down. But it doesn't look like Movie's even trying to take a third base of his own. It looks like he's going to try and finish it right here, right now. And this is going to be it. This is going to be the final battle right here. More lurkers going down before they can even burrow. And Zero is just in a huge amount of trouble. Come on, Zero. This is awful. Zero is just in a huge world of hurt. He's trying to macro as much as he can, trying to produce as many Hydros as he can. But yeah, this is not looking good for him right now. He's lost all his Mutalisks, can't do any more tech switches, can't really do that right now. Trying to throw down Sunken Colonies, but too late, Zero, too late for that. That is just, oh, I think Zero is just about dead. Zero is going to lose this game. Movie is going to take a 1-0 lead, and that's just really, really sad. Oh man, I can't believe it. Some Hydras coming in from the back and trying to take down this Archon. Going to be successful. But too many units for Movie. He's still not even looking to take a third base. Maybe he has a probe down there at the bottom left. But Zero's just not going to be able to hold too many Zealots. He's got drones fighting Zealots at this point, and that's never pretty. Zero's going to take the loss, and I am vastly disappointed. This is, oh man, this is awful for Zero. Some good play by Movie though. Zero with several miscues, I think. Not picking off as many of the High Templars as he should have. Not picking off the Reavers, aiming at Dragoons randomly in some of these swoops with that Mutalisk tech switch, hitting Zealots and Dragoons rather than High Templars and Shuttle Reaver. Those are definitely some big misplays, I think, by him. If he had been able to pick off one or two of those Reavers before they'd been picked up by shuttles and things, I think he would have been in much better shape. Those Reavers did so much damage. Also, not picking off those Observers in those fights. It's very weird, very odd to see Zero lose because of micro mistakes. Very odd to see that. Zero is a very micro-intensive player, usually a very, very powerful and an excellent micro player, but this game I think he was a little bit off, but some miscues. I wonder if maybe the OSL, the aura of the OSL is possibly getting to him here, and just had a little bit of a jitters there, and Movie dealt with those jitters a little bit better. Zero looks absolutely crestfallen, whereas Pure just seemingly threw the game away, what should have been his game, and he kind of threw it away with not getting up cannons in time. Zero just looks absolutely wow. Zero looks more devastated than Pure does, and my heart goes out to Zero. I really hope he doesn't take this too badly, though. He's still got a couple more games on Eye of the Storm and El Nino. Both of those maps are perfectly fine for Zerg players. They're pretty even overall, ZVP, except for El Nino. So if he can win the next game on Eye of the Storm, I really like Zero's chances on El Nino. So I hope he doesn't take this too harshly, and really just gets back onto that horse. Maybe he stops worrying so much about the Pro League, starts working more at the OSL, and preparing for Movie more hardcore. And that would make me really happy, because I think he's a better player than Movie. I think he can beat Movie, and really, if he can win on Eye of the Storm, I think El Nino is just going to be just a Zerg playground for him. I think he can have a really lot of fun against Movie in that. We've seen a lot of players lose on El Nino already, including Movie's already lost twice on it to Hero and Jaedong. Both of them are great ZVPers, but I think Zero has some very solid ZVP as well. So yeah, that's going to be it for today, folks. Zero taking a loss here, unfortunately. Saddening for me. Depressing, I hope, for all the other Zero fans out there. But he definitely still is not out of this series at all. It's not like he needed set 1. He can definitely take set 2, and then set 3 is definitely in his ballpark. So good luck to him in the future. I'll do my best to try and cast as many of the games from the OSL and MSL games that I said I would. With Christmas coming up, we'll see how it goes because of, family and things. But GG's guys, this is Deja Vu signing out. I hope you guys enjoyed this cast.